Hello viewers, on today's Married Medicines, I want to talk about 7 things you must stop, or else you will start cheating in your marriage. You will start cheating on your spouse. These 7 things, they are very vital, and you need to put a stop to it today, like right now. You need to put a stop to it. I hope you have your pen and your paper with you. In this Married Medicines, I will always talk about you not taking anything for granted. Don't say, I will put it in my head. Find a paper and jot it down. If you don't have one, if you have your phone, put it on your phone so you can always remind yourself of all those things. In case those things are, coming closer to you, you will know, no, I don't want to go this route. On today's topic, I said I will talk about 7 things you must stop. You must put a stop to it, or else you are calling for disaster in that marriage. Now, there are some emotional things that you need to do away with. They are very, I will call it emotional warning. No, emotional signs that will lead to cheating in your marriage, that will lead to disaster in your marriage. They are serious warning, they are serious signs that you need to pay attention to that will result in sexual relationship if you don't stop it today. No, not today. That's a mistake. If you don't stop it right now, if you are doing it this moment that I'm speaking to you, and you just want to take me off that phone you are listening from, or that your laptop or whatever gadget that you're using, don't take me off. Try and listen well. Put a stop to it today. Cheating is not only because you don't want to offend your spouse. Remember that whatever you're doing, put God first. It comes first. So that's why I want to give you these 7 wonderful points, and you must take it to heart. Wherever you are, don't say, oh, I'm a student, I'm not married yet. I'm talking to everybody. This goes for everyone. For everyone. And it might be in your place of work, it might be with other opposite sex. It might be in your school. It might be in your neighborhood, in your church. It can happen anywhere and anyhow. And when you begin to do some things and you feel like, oh, okay, it's not a big deal. Okay, at least I'm getting away from one struggle or the other. Okay, now, number 1 warning, number 1 sign that you will see is if you feel you have a need that your spouse is not meeting. Okay, one of the signs, I've started already. One of the signs, number 1, is when you start feeling that your spouse is not meeting some needs that you require. You want to say, what do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? You might be, you might want attention that your spouse is not giving your wife, your husband. You might need, approval of them, of some things. Approval of, oh, okay, am I this, I'm that, I'm beautiful. Not only that, approval on things that you want to talk to your spouse about, and you need approval in any way that you can put it. Okay, and you need affection, and they are not there for you, and you believe someone else is meeting those needs. Get me right. Any needs, any feeling that you have a feeling, you have a need that your spouse is not, is not paying attention to it. It's not meeting those things. It's not meeting those things that you require, that you feel, and you're already in your head. So that was why I mentioned some of the things you can be going through. You might want attention, you might want affection, you might want approval, you might want, even in finance, you might need something, and they're not meeting those needs. Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. And immediately you find someone and you believe someone else is meeting those needs. That's the number 1 thing that will lead to frustration and disaster in that marriage. Second warning that I want to give is, if you find it easy, if you find it easier and you relax, and it's very easy for you to discuss with that person, you're free to express all your day-to-day activities, all your day-to-day troubles with that person. You feel so comfortable and so easier. That is disaster in your marriage. You can say, oh, does that mean I won't talk to anybody? Does that mean, oh, that person is there for me? At least that will make me not to, do something nasty, not to kill myself, not to do that. The person is always there. He or she is always there. If you're a female and, you have somebody, a guy in your office, in your school that is consoling you every time. You are a guy and you have a lady, oh, she's mature, she's not like my wife, he's not like my husband, blah, 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 like that. And you find them very comfortable to relate with. Your day-to-day, you can't wait to discuss good news with them. You can't wait to tell them stuff. That's the second warning. Because you're already comfortable. You're already comfortable to discuss with them, to talk to them, to tell them the things in your heart, the things troubling you, even the thing that makes you happy. That's the second sign that you know that you are getting yourself to a route that you will regret. I'm putting it to you. It will be a regret. Okay? I'm not trying to play around and say, oh no, just be careful, don't worry, take your time, self-realization. This is not about self-realization. Oh, self-this, self-that, self-development. No, it's not self-development. These are the things you need to run away from. They might make you feel good at that time. They might make you feel comfortable. Let me tell you, those things will ruin your marriage. Those things will ruin your home. Instead of going that route, there's always a solution to stuff. Sometimes it's because we are not looking in other aspects of life, and that's why you feel that's the end, dead end. That's the end for this marriage. No. It's the same thing. Is it not? Is the guy in my office or my work, the guy in my school or the guy in my church? That person understands me. Oh, let me tell you, you are giving yourself. You are slipping away. Slippery. Yes, that thing is. Your marriage is just slipping away from your hand. The third warning is you talk about the problems you are having with your partner. With that person. Hey, that's the worst. Okay, don't say worst. One of the worst. I said 7. You feel so comfortable to share the problem you are having with your husband or with your wife to that person. You share it with that person. You are so, you talk about it, you're so comfortable because the person will console you. Oh, don't worry, everything will be all right. Especially if the person is not condemning your husband or your wife. Take note. Sometimes you might talk to some people and say, yeah, that man is stupid. As beauty as you are, oh, as handsome as you are, your wife is not appreciating you. Oh, your husband is not appreciating you. And those people sometimes, they know where they're going. They're turning your head. At the beginning of all those things, it might not be something you bargained for. That was why I said the signs that will lead to sexual relationship. Because at the beginning of all this thing I'm saying, you won't see, we're just friends. We're just friends. Every time there's a problem, he's always there for me. Or she's always there for me. So that's what I'm just doing. Hello, young lady. Stop it. Stop it. I'm saying it with boldness. Stop it. If you're in that route, that man, that woman, stop it. Stop thinking you can find solace in another woman or in another man. You are not sitting down to solve the problem in your marriage, and you go out there thinking this person is better than that person. And for those of you confiding in another person's husband or another person's wife, that's another thing. You might be, the friend you're talking to at work, in school, in church, in every organization, or in your community and all of that, they are married. So that means you guys are planning to destroy 2 homes. You get what I'm saying? So it's not something you can joke with. You cannot joke with it. And for those of you trying to find solace in a single person that is not married, that is if you're married, or another guy that doesn't have any partner, even when you're not married, you have a fiancé, you have a fiancé and all of that, and you find solace in them. Remember, you're trying to destroy two homes, unknowing to both of you. Because at the beginning, it's just like a friend, fine, especially when it's opposite sex. It's the most dangerous. If it's girl to girl, of course. If it's guy to guy, of course it's okay. If the person is giving you good advice, that will make sure that your home is secure. But in days like these, we have gay, we have lesbian, we have all those rubbish, you still have to be careful. Whoever you want to discuss with, you still need to be very careful. Because nowadays, the girl you are talking to might like you and go out, okay, don't worry, at least we are not cheating, it's just girl to girl. And before you know it, you guys are dating already. When I was growing up, it's not like this. It's not. But nowadays, I know that even when you talk to a girl or you talk to a guy, a young person, or even a youth or whatever, sometimes you might be talking to the wrong person. I'm not saying you can't discuss what you're going through. I'm not saying you can't ask for help or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you start doing, I mentioned one, I mentioned two, I'm on number 3. When you start doing all of that, feeling so comfortable and all that, then you are thinking, okay, you are not doing anything, because at the beginning you are just trying to make yourself happy. So you don't, some people say, oh, it's better. Me, I cannot come and die. Yes, where I come from, that's why I always say, I cannot come and die. It's not a good English, but I cannot come and die anyway. That I can't kill myself. I need somebody to talk to. So the third warning is when you talk about the problems in your marriage, when you talk about the problem you're having with your husband or with your wife, with that person, feeling so comfortable about it, then, I don't know the end of that. But what I'm trying to say is, you are trying to ruin your marriage. You are starting to cheat with your husband. You are starting to cheat with your wife. And if you have kids, you are starting to cheat with your kids. You've never had that before, right? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Number 4 is the fourth sign, the warning. I'll call it warning. I don't want to say sign. It's sign, but warning. Warning. Number 4, warning. You conclude the relationship that it must be God's will. You know the relationship I'm talking about? The relationship of the person you are finding solace in. The person you keep talking about your home, your husband and everything to the person, to the guy at your work. If you are the guy, to the lady at your workplace. Then you are saying, oh, thank God I have this also person in my life. If not for this guy, as a woman, that's what you're saying. Or if you're in a relationship, you are not married yet. Oh my God, thank God I have this guy. Oh, thank God I have this lady. She's so calm. She's not that like that my crazy wife at home. Oh, he's not that like that crazy husband of mine. He's so calm. This is just what I'm asking from my husband. I just want him to listen to me. I just want her to listen to me. He doesn't have time for me. She doesn't have time for me. And you concluded in your heart that God has brought that person to you. It's God's will. My dear brother and sister, run for your life. Run for your life. It's getting deeper. That thing is getting deeper. When you start involving God and thinking to yourself that it's God's will that that person is in your life. So now you are not only cheating on your husband or your wife, you are already manipulating the will of God for you. You are already manipulating the will of God for you. So when you think that, oh, this must be God's will. Oh, wow. No, my friend, listen. You know why I know it's God's will? Because I'm not the person that talks about my marriage. I'm not the type of person that talks to anybody about things going on with me. But anytime I'm with this girl, anytime I'm with this guy, I just feel comfortable to share my problem. Honestly, there's nothing I can't tell him or her. I feel so relaxed. It doesn't make me feel like I'm stupid. I'm saying things that are not, okay. She doesn't make me feel like I'm stupid. She makes me feel like a man. He makes me feel like a woman. So I know if this is not God, then I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie. you are sleeping again. Like, hey, is here before. Maybe from here. No, you're holding your marriage like this. Before you know it, is here. I mentioned number 1. See? Is here. 2, 3. I'm on number 4 now. Look at it. If you are running after someone and you want to hold them, and you hold them at this place, do you think you can see? They can easily just, pull off. So what you are doing to your marriage is you are little bit by bit, pulling off from all these things that you're supposed to be discussing with your spouse, or finding a solution if he's not doing what you want, if she's not doing what you want. Instead of finding a solution, you are finding a solace just to relieve yourself at that time. Then it's a problem already. When you're on number 4, it's a big deal. It's a problem. The number 1, number 2, you can adjust yourself and put yourself. But this one, you need prayer with this. If you already feel so confident that there is nothing you cannot tell that person. Opposite say nothing. There's nothing you can discuss about your marriage to that person. Or you will say, oh, no, we are not doing anything. Oh, I met that person in church. In fact, he's the head of our department in church. Hello, sir. Hello, ma. There's nothing like that. No one is too big to fall for temptation. Nobody. Even if you are don't let me. Okay. What I'm saying is, be careful. Be careful what you do. Be careful the people you are sharing your problem with. Now, I'm talking about personal friendship now that is leading to relationship, sexual relationship. Because before you know it, he's just my friend, he's just my friend. He's just my friend, we are not doing anything. She's just my friend, she's just my friend. We are not doing anything. When I come to work, she brings me food. Because my wife refused to cook food for me in the morning. Excuse me, sir, cook yourself. Oh, my husband doesn't do this. If you have the money, do it yourself. Until you find a solution. Okay, now listen. Don't get me wrong. Don't say, oh, does that mean I should just stay in that marriage and be strong? That's not what I'm saying. If you want to find a solution, number 1 solution is pray. When you pray, talk to not the opposite sex. Talk to, if you have a good friend, talk to your pastor. Because the reason why I don't mention so many times pastors is because, except if that pastor is into relationship, if one of the gift that God gives to that pastor is about, marriage, relationship. But if not, it's not every pastor that can solve problems, marriage problems. It's not. Everybody, they have what God has called them into. So you don't just go to any pastor and start saying, because the pastor will tell you, oh, don't worry, my sister. The pastor can't do anything. That's the truth. It's not as if they want to destroy your marriage. What they are doing is, there's nothing they can do for you than to pray along with you. Because the pastor you are talking to herself, the pastor too might not even know what to do. Maybe the pastor is going through the problem himself or herself. So when you go for counseling and you talk to them, what do you expect? So they will just say they are praying with you. They are praying along with you. That's just what it's going to be. So don't say, oh, it's my church. Don't fight your church when it comes to your marriage. The church, they can only pray for you. So that's why we always ask you to speak to someone, a counselor or a church leader that knows about, that has a call of, marriage, that God has given that gift, that anytime you speak to people, or anytime she speaks to marriages, God is always, taking charge and taking hold of that marriage. And when you go, you can't hear what you like. Anytime you go for counseling, stop waiting for you to hear what you want to hear, what you think that is right for your marriage. Go there to get the right answer to your marriage. So stop going from one friend at work, especially opposite sex. You are a woman, you are going to tell your friend at work is mature. No, we don't have that. Or a lady going to a guy, or a guy going to a lady at your office. Oh no, she's mature. She always tell me, especially when they start telling you, no, don't get angry with your wife. No, don't get angry with your husband. You know, and they start telling, and you will see, oh, you, the person you are even telling me not to talk to, the person that you are telling me not to talk to at the office, every time I talk to you, they are always supporting you. No, that is even more dangerous, because the person is trying to tell you that I'm very good. The person is trying to say, oh, I'm not spoiling your husband, and you will keep loving them more. That with all I've said, do you know that since I've been talking to this guy, or since I've been talking to this lady at work, or in my school, or in the university, whatever, this guy has never condemned my husband or condemned my wife. He's always saying, don't worry, be patient, be patient. And because of that, you will now love the person more. Because at the beginning of that relationship, it wasn't for the sex, it wasn't for sex, it wasn't for the relationship or whatever. But anybody that is making you happy, you find solace in that person. What do? You love the person naturally. I'm not talking about love, sex, that now. So anybody you are talking to, naturally, when they tell you stuff, they make your heart, you know, they keep your heart warm, and they tell you, don't worry, things will be all right, it's okay. Why not do this? Why not try it? You love them naturally. Even your friends. Now imagine an opposite sex saying that to you. You'll be thinking in your head, why haven't I met this guy, or why haven't I met this lady before I got married? You will think your marriage is the worst at that time. So instead of finding solace in another person, especially in an opposite sex, find solace in God, number one. Find solace, look for someone that that they deals with marriage, like they really know what they are doing. Not only the people that will say, go and be praying. They will be praying with you, you'll be praying, which is the most important, number one. But they will also make sure, maybe they will talk to the husband, they will call you for counseling, or they will, you know, the road through, they will tell you what to do, what not to do. If the marriage is going to work, they will tell you go ahead. If it's not going to work, they will tell you straight. Do you know why some pastors, I'm not soliciting for any pastor, here on Married Medicines, we always say the way it is. But what I'm trying to say is, most of the time, when pastors say, oh, don't worry, sister, don't worry, brother, just let's pray for you, everything will be all right, it's because most of the time, you have point fingers at them that, oh, is that pastor that messed up my marriage? I went to them and they advised me that do this to your husband, or they advised me do this to your wife. And because of that, a lot of people are just careful to intervene or to get involved in husband and wife matter. For you to know that two of you need to be mature to sit down and solve it. Now, solving it doesn't mean you want to keep living in that marriage. If there is violence, or you know that your life is in danger, solving it means you can go your separate ways, but not with fights. You can be mature and just make it, okay, this is not working again. That's the way out. If that's the only way you see, or that you know that it's going to work for you. Or you sit down maturely and say, okay, what's the problem? What can we do? How can we do it? So I said, number first time, when you feel comfortable to tell the other person openly, you know, that you're saying, oh, this is God's will. Because anytime I see that guy, there's something in me that will just, you know, drop. And, you know, the water will just flow, and I just feel, anytime I see him, I just feel, oh, I feel so relaxed. To discuss, that's how you are concluding within yourself that this is God's will for you. My sister, my brother, see, it's not. It's your mind telling you that. It's you that you are concluding and thinking is the right decision for you. And thinking, oh, this is just God's will. Thank God I have you in my life. Thank God I have him or her in my life. Number five warning. Number 5 sign that you need to know that, no, this is leading to hell. Excuse me. This is leading to something else. I'm sorry, excuse me. Now, you look forward to being with that person. Hey, that's the most dangerous. So, seriously. You know, you look forward to being with that person more than your husband. In fact, your husband thinks you are changing because you know why. Or your wife thinks you are changing. You know why. Anytime you start arguing with your wife or with your husband as usual, and you're just silent, you're just like, and what you're telling yourself is just do your madness that you want to do inside of you. that let me just get out of this house. Because why? You are already finding another solace. You are finding solace in another person. You're only like, I don't have your time. Crazy guy. Oh, crazy girl. Because why? You have someone else that you know when you get to that person, you'll be comfortable. You are okay. You are always looking. Anytime that person didn't even tell you their movement, and you get to work or you get to school or in church you went to. In fact, they started seeing you in church so much. And they are thinking, no, this sister is really changing. They don't know you are coming because of one sister or one brother. And you find out in that church that day that person didn't come to service or midweek service. Oh, that brother or that sister is not in church. You feel bad. And that service will not go well with you. You know what I'm saying. Don't take me off. Don't try to say whatever. It's not whatever, oh, my sister. You are giving your marriage dead end. Thinking, no, it's just because I just want to avoid my wife. I just want to avoid my husband. When I get to so person, I just want to feel good. I don't want trouble anymore. It's not that. You are beginning to love the person beyond just friendship. You are beginning to believe in that person. One day, if they lock you in one place, you will finish having the sex within 2 minutes before you realize it. You now start carrying guilt all around. You won't be able to talk to your husband at home anymore. You won't be able to talk to your wife at home anymore. You know why? Because you are now feeling guilty. That instead of you, some people say, oh, I will not do it. Oh, I will not do anything. So that, you get what I'm saying? So you can feel confident that you've not done anything wrong. But now that has happened, when your husband is speaking, oh, you are cheating on me, or the wife is telling the husband, you are cheating on me, you won't be able to say confidently anymore that, no, I'm not doing it. Because why? You are for victim. Some people don't even get to the 7th point that I've said, that they must have fallen maybe 2 or 3. Go back to this video and watch all over again. So anytime you are looking forward to see this person more than your husband, more than your wife, then there is a huge problem there. When you start finding that person funny, happy, you eat together, you do stuff together, and you're just happy when you're out. So you always want to go out, you always want to meet the person. You already, forget it. Don't let anybody deceive you. In your heart, you're already dating the person. You're already cheating at this point. You're already cheating. Number 6 warning. Number 6 sign. You wonder what you would do if you don't have that person in your life. No. Let me tell you, you already have sex with that person in your mind. Finish. In fact, you must have had sex like 10 times with that person when you get to this point. Telling yourself that, oh, you wonder what you will have become if not that guy at work. Oh, if not that lady at work. As a husband, as a wife, oh, if not for that guy. As a husband, if not for that lady. She doesn't give me, whatever I tell her to do, that's what she does. Whatever I ask him to do for me, he will just tell me, no, no problem, I'll fix it. Hey, you're already cheating. Don't tell me you've not had sex or you've not touched it. In your heart, you have. You've even wondered sometimes, maybe when you still have the problem, maybe one of the days with yourself and your husband, or yourself with your wife, and you just had sex that day, maybe something just happened, you couldn't hold yourself anymore. And during that sex, during that intimacy, you are thinking about the guy, or you are thinking about the lady. You're already cheating. It's 2 people sleeping with you at that time. If you take your hand off what you are watching, you better listen. If you are hurting and you are abusing me as I'm speaking, it's okay. That means that thing is really done on you. It's okay. I like it. Don't do it. Don't do it. When is the only reason you will not cheat, when it has to do with, oh, because of my husband or because of my wife, then you will easily cheat. But when you put God first, and you know that this thing that I'm doing, not because it will hurt my husband or my wife, or not because it will hurt my friends or my fiancé, whatever. And you're thinking, oh God, what I'm doing right now is not okay. When God comes first, it will be very difficult for you to cheat. But when you don't want to cheat because you don't want to offend your husband or you don't want to hurt your... That's why sometimes when things happen and people come to us, oh, I'm regretting it now. And I will ask, what if you are not caught? Will you still regret it? Will you still regret it? Where is the guilt that what you're doing is not pleasant in the eyes of God? Oh, you don't know that when you cheat, you are not just cheating on your wife, on your husband. Is that morality? Is morality not easy? So what are you talking about? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Not fear trembling that you can't talk to. That's not what we are saying. In all that you do, there is fearness. That no, God will not be pleased with me. Or you say it's an opportunity. Am I the one that went to her? Am I the one that went to him? He came for me. She came for me. And because of that, you're saying no. You don't want to say no. You just want to eat it. You want to eat your cake and have it at the same time. You can only eat your cake and have it at the same time when you have God involved. He's the only one that can give you cake. How do I say? Cake and have it. And still have something left to eat. You get what I'm saying? Be careful. Be warned. You know what I'm saying. Don't let that mind tells you, oh no, that's not what you're doing. No, it's truly your friend. No, that guy, do you know that I've tested this guy before? So many times I've pulled my skirt like this. Or that man, do you know I've tested this girl before? There was a day I asked her to come to my place. She said she's coming to bring food. And I came out, you know now my chest, 62 packs, 4 packs and all that, 10 packs. She didn't even look at me. She just dropped the food. And do you know that girl uses SAR for me? Do you know that guy respect me so much? Even when I'm feeling someone, when I'm angry, will tell me, no, go home, go and meet your husband. You lie. As I'm speaking, you know that within your core, inside like this, you are falling for the person big time. Put a stop to it right now. Like now, very now, this moment. Stop it. Ask for the help of the Holy Spirit. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it by realization, motivation, or whatever we are showing ourselves. You need the help of God to hold you on until that marriage is solved, or till the problem in that marriage is solved. Look for real help. Not a friend that will be telling you, I don't like this rubbish. What's that? Oh, that's what men do. That's what women do. No, that's not an advice. That's what all guys do. That's what all ladies. That is not an advice. So stop deceiving yourself and stop telling yourself that, oh, you wonder that if you don't have this person in your heart, you don't know what your life will become. If you don't have the person to talk to, you don't know what will become your life. Nothing will become your life. You will be even far, far better. I'm not saying keep the problem you're married. I'm saying look for real solutions. Search for real solutions. Talk to a counselor. Now, if you say, oh, all counselors, they charge this, okay. If you don't want to pay, okay, you don't have money to pay, you just want to talk to somebody, okay, call me, talk to me. Talk to me. I know there's so many people out there that you can talk to, that that they will tell you the truth, raw truth. But because you are just trying to look for somebody, that will emotionally will understand you. Sometimes it's good. You want somebody that will understand that problem emotionally. Okay, after understanding that problem emotionally, after finding, oh, okay, yes, I can feel what you're feeling. Okay, what next? It's solution, right? And solution doesn't just come like that. It's not an easy thing, but with the help of God, it will be easy for you. It's just like saying you want to become a doctor and you don't want to go to school for 4 years, for 7 years. You are deceiving yourself. You want to be a lawyer? You don't want to go to law school? You don't want to do that? You are deceiving yourself. That goes for marriage too. You have to work on it. You keep working on it. You keep working on it. Number 7, the last one. Number 7, the last one. And this one, when you start doing this one, how do they call this? Do you know the meaning of, is it aproko or akunakuna? I can't remember. But do you know what it's called? You're already prostituting, sorry. This number 7. If you are doing this, forget it. You are in a relationship. Even if that person has not slept with you, you're already in a relationship. And the number 7 is you hide the relationship from your wife or your husband. Finished. And you start deleting messages. Oh, I don't want my husband to misunderstand me. I don't want my wife to misunderstand me. Oh, she's not patient. Oh, he's not patient. That's why I'm deleting this message. It's a lie. Let him see it. Let her see it. Fight about it. Talk about it. Let him know or let her know why you are into that. Why you are talking to someone else, because you're already having a heart attack. Your high blood pressure is so high. But when you start hiding, or you are changing the name, the person is Christopher, and you are putting the man's name as the tire pump, or this, or one of your friends that your husband knows from school, and you put the name. For you changing the name, that's finished. Finished. Or as a guy, you start changing the lady's name to maybe the lady's name is Geraldine, and you're already changing it to my mom's young music sister, my cousin, far cousin, you know, then there is a problem. There is a problem. There is a big deal. In fact, there is a big problem. Because you're not going to just deal with the fact that, oh, okay, let me cut this off. Now you will not start dealing with yourself, with your emotion, because your emotion, everything about you, the feeling, whatever that you're looking for, you're already having the connection with this person. So not just cutting the person off. Even after cutting the person off, what do you do with your heart? What do you do with your mind? What do you do with everything that you already put, the energy, the relationship, everything that you put into that relationship? Then you start feeling that your husband has just made you miss something important, or your wife has made you miss something important. When you have problem in your marriage, find the real solution. Find the truth solution. Talk to a lady. If you're a lady, if you're a woman, if you're a man, talk to a man. Now, I'm not saying just talk to a man, a random man, that will tell you, oh, my friend, let me tell you, just do whatever your wife wants. And find another girl outside that will be making you happy. That's stupid advice. Silly, foolish, idiotic advice. It's not smart. Or you're a lady, and your friend is telling you, my friend, oh, let me tell you, those people that you see there, that you think they are happy in their marriage, and people are telling you, be patient, no, our marriage is sweet. If they are lying to you, let me tell you, they will not give you example. Do you know that lady there? Do you know that sister this? Do you know that mommy that? One day I caught them with so. This is what they are doing. They are lying. Let me tell you. Well, find solutions to yourself. Everybody knows what they are doing. Find a guy that will be taking care of you and just continue with that marriage without your husband. Let me tell you, you will rather leave that marriage and go for another one properly than doing that just because you want to keep that marriage. It will be very foolish, stupid, silly nonsense of you to do that while you're still married. Stop cheating on your spouse. It goes beyond just the cheating, okay, sleeping with another person. It goes beyond that. The damages those things will cause you when you have kids, that will cause your children. You're already telling your children that marriage doesn't worth it. There's no way anybody can live in a marriage without cheating and everything. In fact, I've heard a lot of people saying, no, don't be silly. Are you saying in man there's nothing? No, that's how men are. That's how God made them. That's not how God made them. Stop concluding on rubbish. Stop concluding on something devil is putting in your head and the things around you is telling you that's what it is. It's not what it is. I always advise people, when some people come, oh, how do you, no, it's not easy. That's why I said you should have left that marriage and say, I'm not interested anymore. I'm done. Leave it and go for someone else and do it properly. But you trying to think you're solving your marital problem, you are cheating on each other, is stupid. Is the dumbest thing you can ever do to yourself. Quote me, take it anywhere, saying I don't care. Is the dumbest thing you can do for yourself. If you want to help yourself, you think you cannot hold that marriage anymore, you think that it's finished for you, you've tried everything, leave that marriage and go somewhere else. Okay? Especially, okay, don't let me say that. Don't let me say what I want to say. But what I'm trying to tell you is, be careful. Be careful. Be careful the pattern you are laying down for your children. It's not only your wife that you're offending or your husband that you're offending when you're cheating. Your children are involved. If you don't have one yet, but when the people following you, the people that you are making impact in their life, what do you want to tell them? That pastor, that evangelist, that you think, oh, your mommy pastor in church, your wife she's not doing well. The next thing is to pick someone in the choir or you pick someone from the church member. Please stop it. Sir, ma'am, find a real solution. That man that you are condemning, that woman that you are condemning, before you finish the total condemnation, sit down and see how things can work out. Oh, you are telling me, okay, what if the man is not ready? Oh, what if the woman is not ready? That uses this, I've tried that, I've called the family, I've called this, I've called the that, I've called the that, and this is not working, and it's every time we fight, every time it's violent, every time it's this. Have you get God involved? The owner, have you told him about it? Did you tell him what you're going through? Or you are looking for someone to help you tell your God? Check what happened from the beginning, how you got there. Sit together maturely. If you have anger problem, okay, what can you do to it? Okay, if the issue you're having in your marriage is not something that you can solve, you have tried everything, you can go your way in peace. Until I come your way next time, this is your girl, Juliana OLUBU, on Married Medicines. Don't forget to go on all our social media and subscribe on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. And if you want to get in touch with us, please send us an email to mymedicines@gmail.com. If you want to contact us as well, the number will be showing on your screen as I'm speaking right now. You will see the number. Please get the number and give us a call. If you don't want to call us, send us a message. All right, send us a message. And I pray with you that the Lord God Almighty, who established marriage, will give you insight. It will give you understanding where to go, what to do, and the next step to take in that marriage. If at the beginning of the marriage, it's a mistake that you married each other, you didn't check what you're supposed to check, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, I pray for peace for you in the name of Jesus. I pray that God Almighty will grant you peace and He will tell you the way to go. Go to your father, tell him you are confused, you don't know what to do. I promise you, the Holy Spirit will tell you exactly what to do. Make sure you have a relationship with your father and everything you talk to him about, it will come to pass. It will give you solution. And one more time, this is your girl, Juliana OLUBU. Until I come your way next time, stay cool, stay peace. Bye.